Welcome to the tutorial for mission number 11, Visiting Rich People. Here, skip the cutscene, run outside, and go to Vincenzo. He's going to give you the perfect stealth setup. That means a baseball bat and the Colt 1911. And there is a strat to actually skip Vincenzo in order to save 20 seconds. But you don't have any gun then. I'll show you after this segment how to do it. It actually needs some preparation in the cutscene for this mission. But I personally wouldn't recommend to do so, only if you go for those sub 250 runs. So pick up everything, just mash right mouse button and number key 1. Now you won't see Ralphie showing you how to unlock any car, so there's no need to wait or talk to him. Just get into the car, start it up, and drive outside. And there we go. So now I'm going to talk about the Vinny skip that was found out by Pedingus. You have to wait till Tommy speaks his first line in the cutscene before you skip it. So I waited till he starts talking basically. And now you want to start up the bolt thrower right away and drive to the loading zone for the city segment. So just start up the car and put it in the right position. That means right about here. He tells you that he has to visit Vincenzo, so that's what we're gonna do, but not the classic way. We're gonna activate him with the table, only with the table, right mouse button, and just punch him straight in the face. You'll most likely end up with 75 HP instead of 92, but now just get in the car and it triggers the next segment with the car being turned on. So this skip saves 20 seconds if performed correctly, but you don't have any gun. And there are a lot of shotgunners at the mansion, so your car might blow up all the time. For me, this skip only works like 1 out of 5 cases, so it's not worth for me. Here we're gonna take the Terranova bridge, so basically the same route as we did to Salieri's warehouse in a trip to the country. Easy route. As you have seen, the car was perfectly placed for me to not spin around. So yeah, back to the reason why I'm not very confident of using this skip. You save 20 seconds. That's a good thing, right? You don't have any gun. And if you want to utilize this skip at the mansion, you might end up losing 20 seconds if you die once. And like I said, it works for me 1 out of 5 cases, so if someone finds a consistent setup so that it works every single time, then obviously it's gonna be the recommended strat because 20 seconds. Otherwise, if you're just going for sub 3s, do not do that. If you're going for sub 250, yes, go ahead and do it. So yeah, we're taking the same route, like I said. Take a left here, then shooting over the sidewalk, and hopefully we won't flip around. Because you have to know, every sidewalk counts with a risk. You might spin around, you might flip, and this mission is toast. So here on the left you can pick up Salvatore, just do a U-turn and honk the horn. And there we go.
Salut chef, allons-y.
We got the Master Thief with us today.
Alors comme ça, il paraît que tu peux ouvrir n'importe quel coiffure.
Pratiquement tous, chef.
Et où c'est que t'as appris à faire ça?
So here we're just gonna drive nearly the entire road till the last one to the right, because then we can pretty much skip a turn and drive uphill directly by just jumping over this ledge. And here you just want to go into the second gear and just uphill. If you crash somewhere, then you'll end up with like 40 miles an hour. Then it's pretty much a struggle to go up here, especially with the Bolt Ace. If you have a crashed Bolt Ace and you try to go uphill, for example in the Master Race category, then you can pretty much walk upstairs or uphill in that case, and it will be faster. So yeah, now we're at the mansion. So all you need to do is park the bolt thrower right there.
Bon, on y est.
You don't need to do the 180 here. Because you can just run away and then talk with Salvatore.
Salvatore?
Je vais essayer.
I thought in this second that it might be faster for Salvatore to get out right away, but it's actually the same. So pretty even. But do keep in mind this position. Look a little bit slanted to the right, and then just right mouse button and mash the right mouse button throughout the loading screen. And there we go, we have the bolt thrower right inside of the mansion. Now let Salvatore enter, and we just drive around here to the left. If you get shot, no problem. It's still stealth mission. Now here, park like a slash, get out of the car, trigger Salvatore, but make sure he's not running around the car all the time, and get back in the car and start it up. And get outside. So the engine is already running for a fast getaway. And I'll look at those shotgunners that are hiding there. He kicks open the door and you just walk upstairs. Open all the doors, go straight. Then after this door, take a left, and there we go, there's the office with the documents. Keep an eye on Salvatore, he has to enter this office before you can take the documents and trigger this cutscene. Otherwise, where's this guy Salvatore? So if you hear people shooting, then you will have a problem with gangsters waiting for you. And I also have the Colt set up, but there is nobody to shoot me this time. You see, sometimes when you have the gun, you could have gone for the skip strat, and it would have worked just fine. And nothing would have happened, you see? I'm just checking again because I'm not believing that it's happening here. The last time I was on a run, I actually tried it for shits and giggles, and I failed, so... It's not always worth trying everything. You have to practice it. If it works for you, go ahead. But like I said, I would go for it for sub to 50 attempts. Beforehand, you don't really need those 20 seconds, even though it sounds like a huge amount, which it is, compared to the other skips. So yeah, now we go back. That means we will drive Salvatore back home and then to Salieri's bar. Pay attention to not crash downhill somewhere. You might want to use the guarding rail as some sort of guidance. For cops here, no biggie, as long as you control the car. Downhill, not like this Schubert 6 that is going. You see those coppers doing a good job just smashing into that house. So here we take the last turn to the right. And now this area starts where you don't really want officers to chase you, because you want to leave Salvatore alone. And as long as you have a wanted state or something, there might be problems. And there we go. So you have to exit the car and now deal with the cop and get back into the car and trigger the scene. In general, you want to park a little bit on the right side of this cross, or of this target cross, and even a little bit more than just the middle line, in order to have Salvatore go right below your car and not just from the front side of your car to block pretty much the path you would need to get away. I'll just try it out. You'll find out quickly what you should be doing at that point. And there we go. Remember when I told you that sidewalks are dangerous? You see this. This was just, you know, a 360. Nothing too serious. But you might also flip, and then this entire segment is gone and you start back at the mansion. And my favorite point to actually flip the thrower is right next to Salieri's bar. When you come through the alleyway and you just flip it. That's the perfect spot. So yeah, reverse camera and just go the straight line to Chinatown. And there we go, I was lucky with a trash can. And here we are. Driving back to Salieri, hopefully with no cops. To use the front door instead of the back door. And that's it. Just smack into the wall or the lamppost. And that was visiting rich people. Not too difficult, was it? So the only thing that was the new strat was the Vincenzo skip. You might want to try out, it saves 20 seconds if performed correctly and you are not blown up by those shotgunners at the mansion. But if you want to go for the old strats, you will end up losing those 20 seconds. But in the end, when you die, you will lose 20 seconds compared to the classic strat. So you see, it can pay off and give you plus 20 or even minus 20 compared to the old strats. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. We'll see each other in the next one.